So imagine playing your games on a 100-inch screen, guys. Welcome to the new screen in the Jolster's cave. I'm so excited to show you how this works, how this looks. So if you're interested in buying a screen, or if you already invested on a ultra short throw laser projector, the next step is investing in the proper screen to get the best picture out of your projector. Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm Jolster, and this is the Elunevision Aurora NanoEdge ALR screen for your laser projector. God damn, that's a long name. Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm Jolster. Let's do this. So you purchase an ultra short throw laser projector and you're looking for the proper screen for it. Well, you came to the right video. This is an ALR screen specially designed for those projectors. In this case, Elunevision uses nano lens technology that filters 90% of ambient light and only reflects the projector's light back to the audience. This enhances image contrast to reproduce the most detailed image even in a bright room. The screen has micro ridges with a pyramidal shape that rejects light coming from the ceiling, and in combination with high contrast optical layers, this ensures a TV-like image with beautiful colors and contrast. So the first thing I noticed is that the box was very big and heavy. Everything is unassembled, so you will need to spend some time in a large space to put the screen together. Everything inside the box is very well protected, and this is important because the screen can get damaged very easily. We have gloves to handle the screen, hardware and cables, instructions, the LED controller box, and the LED light strip. All the necessary hardware and tools are provided. So the first thing to do is to assemble the frame. In this case, they put together the inner and the outer frame for shipping purposes, so we need to separate them. This is how it should look afterwards. The next step is to assemble the inner frame with the brackets provided. My suggestion is to pre-install the screws on the brackets. It will be much easier. Don't tie them up until you have all the corners together. Then it is time to install the LED controller box. The bottom frame has brackets and a cut hole designed to hold and to run the wires. This is how it should look afterwards. Alright, it is now time to work with the screen. The screen can easily get damaged, so I'm using the gloves they provided. Make sure you have a flat surface and there is nothing that can damage the screen. This is how it looks. Okay, now it's time to put the frame and the screen together. The frame corners should stick out just a little bit. And also, these screens have sight, so be sure to check where the downside is so you can match it with the lower side of the frame. This is very important, otherwise your picture will look terrible. Alright, so now it's time to install the tensioners. This is very easy, but you need to start from the corners. It is time consuming, but it has to be done, so just take your time. This is how it should look after installation. Alright, so now it's time to install the outer frames. Notice how they have numbers like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So be sure to assign each with its corresponding number. In this case, I have 3 and 3 and 4 with 4. Alright guys, so now it's time to install the LED kit. So at first, I thought I needed to run the power cable through the cut, but don't even bother, it doesn't fit. I only damaged mine. Before you install it, be sure to test it. My controller came with no batteries. Luckily, I had a battery, so I was able to see if the lights worked. And there you go, everything worked just fine. The lights are super bright, and they also have different patterns. They look pretty awesome. These little pieces go on each corner so the light strip doesn't get damaged, so be sure to install them all. Alright, so now we're done with the easy part. To me, the hardest part is to wall mount it, so be sure to have your projector on the TV stand exactly where you want it to be and project a 100-inch image on the wall. Next, measure the frame. In this case I have 4.5 inches. Then measure the distance from the top of the screen to the projector is producing on the wall. You will also need the stud finder. It will make things a lot easier, but that depends on what kind of wall you have. And now it is time to hang the screen on the wall. It may not be perfectly aligned, but don't worry, you can always adjust it with a keystone correction. Now I made this sound easy, but it will be much easier if you get help because this is a very large and heavy screen. Oh yeah, and then this. So here I connected my Xbox One X and I'm finally got a chance to play the Outer Worlds. Now I usually don't recommend playing video games on a laser projector because the input lag is kind of high. But in this case, if you're not playing online, if you're playing like a solo game, there is no problem, there is no issues. So this game is very colorful, as you guys can see. I'm just going around here and it looks beautiful. I mean, I can only tell you so much and you guys can only see so much in this video, but honestly guys, it looks magnificent. Very colorful, beautiful contrast, beautiful brightness. This looks amazing. Now I also wanted to show you how this compares to other screens, other ambient light rejection screens that I have too. I saw some samples that you guys can see on top. So first I'm going to start with the left. On the left hand side we have the Cinema Gray. That is just a gray screen and it looks good. I feel like it has good contrast, much better than the Cinema White, which you can find it right next to it. The Cinema White is the one that has more like a, I feel like everything is brighter, but at the same time all the colors look very washed out, so it's very bad contrast. It's one of the cheapest screens you can find, but it's not really good with colors and contrast. Then right next to it in the middle, you guys can see right there in the middle, that is the actual screen that I have right now. It looks very good, very crystal clear. And then right next to it is the another ambient light rejection screen. It's a sample from XY Screens. It's called the PET Crystal. And right next to that one is the Grit. Let me get closer to those screens. So here we are. This is another angle. As you guys notice, they also provide very good ambient light rejection screen, very good picture. I feel like the Grid is a little bit darker compared to the other ones, you know, but to the other ambient light rejection screens. But my goodness, look at this image. Beautiful. So now let me turn on the lights to see how this works. And there you go. Now ambient light rejection screens provide much better contrast than non-ALR screens. As you guys can see, the top left, they're not ambient light rejection screens, so the colors look very washed out in a bright scenario. In this case I have the my light on in this room, and of course everything looks very washed out on those type of screens. I don't know why on my camera here everything looks brighter, but right now in person it looks a little bit better. But that's how it is, guys. That is the difference of having an ambient light rejection screen compared to just a regular white screen or even the Cinema Gray. Let me get closer a little bit here. But of course, if you have a projector, you probably want to use this in a dark room, right? There you go. It looks so nice. Also, let me just show you all the other patterns that you get, colors on the bright, on the LED light. It's beautiful. I mean, you can change this. The controller is very responsive, different colors, and also there's some different patterns. So this one, this is the strobe, having a big party here. This just keeps changing colors. This one has something similar, but if you don't want that much of a party in your room, just want to stick with the regular one. This is the lowest. I mean, my camera is getting a lot of light, but it gets brighter too. When you're in person, it's not as bright as you guys are seeing. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I'm going to leave all the information in the description of this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Jolster, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Jolster out. Gosh, looks nice. So nice.